And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Wednesday, April 11th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain, and many of the stories we read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. And here are some of the news stories for the day. A former Crow attorney has been named the interim head of the U.S. Bureau of Indian Affairs. The Interior Department said April 9th that Del Lavadeur will serve as acting Assistant Secretary of the Interior for Indian Affairs after Larry Echohawk resigned to take a position with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Lavadeur has been Deputy Assistant Secretary since 2009. He was previously the Chief Legal Counsel for the executive branch of the Crow tribe and has held judgeships with the Crow and other tribes. Lavadeur will serve in his new role until President Barack Obama nominates a new Assistant Secretary. That nomination is subject to Senate confirmation. Montana's Fort Peck tribes are getting $1 million from the federal government for equipment to expand oil drilling and manufacturing on the rural reservation at the edge of the booming Bacan oil field. U.S. Commerce Secretary John Bryson said that the Economic Development Grant could create 15 new jobs and leverage more than $600,000 in private investment. The money will support the expansion of a metal fabrication facility by Fort Peck Tech Services, a tribal-affiliated company. It will also buy equipment to advance oil exploration and drilling activities in the Bacan Formation, which is partially located on the reservation. A Northern California Native tribe says federal officials have approved its plans for a casino off of Interstate 5 in Yurok. The Karuk tribe says it learned of the National Indian Gaming Commission's decision this week. The tribe has been working on getting a casino for almost a decade. It still needs to negotiate a compact with the state. Tribal Councilwoman Dora Burnell says the tribe also plans to meet with city and Siskiyou County officials about the casino project, details of which have not yet been worked out. The tribe is active in environmental issues. It has been pushing to remove dams on the Klamath River as a way of restoring salmon populations. It has also challenged the return of suction dredges to mine for gold in the rivers nearby. Michelle Verocci was on the path to medical school when she graduated college with a bachelor's degree in neuroscience. That was 3 years ago. Now, Verocci, originally from New Hampshire, is finishing her third year as a high school teacher at the 555-student Todd County High School on the Rosebud Reservation. The graduation rate is 51%. 49% of county residents are below the poverty level, and the nearest Walmart is nearly 3 hours away. Laura Heiberger has had a similar epiphany last year when she was a senior math major at the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in Rapid City. Heiberger and Verocci both found a solution in Teach for America, a selective program that recruits college students and young professionals to teach for 2 years at low-income schools. Teach for America has 57 teachers working in schools near the Pine Ridge and Rosebud Reservation and 5,100 teachers nationwide. A bill Governor Dennis Doggard signed April 9th allocates nearly $250,000 from the state education budget for the first time to expand the program in South Dakota. With private matching funds, Teach for America plans to nearly double the number of teachers in South Dakota to 100 by 2015 and expand the program to the Cheyenne River, Lower Brule, and Crow Creek reservations. The leader of the Winnebago tribe's biggest company took part in a White House panel on Native American food and agriculture recently. Ho-Chunk CEO Lance Morgan said he was excited to have a chance to influence rural economic development. The panel, led by Agricultural Secretary Tom Vilsack, met just last week. Officials are looking for ways to foster food and agricultural opportunities among American Indians. Morgan leads the Winnebago tribe's economic development unit, and it employs more than 1,400 employees at 26 different businesses. Authorities say a former Yurok tribal official wanted for allegedly embezzling federal money intended for spotted owl and wildlife research is in custody after turning himself in. The Times-Standard reports that after surrendering to Del Norte County officials last week, Roland Raymond was arraigned and pled not guilty to embezzlement and other charges. The 49-year-old Raymond is the former director of forestry for the Yurok tribe. He had been wanted since February 23rd when a warrant was issued for his arrest. Prosecutors say Raymond and two contract biologists using fake invoices and other bogus documents to embezzle more than $870,000 in federal funds from the Yurok tribe during 3 years of wildlife studies. The two biologists, 65-year-old Ron LaValle and 45-year-old Sean McAllister, are free on bail after pleading not guilty to embezzlement and other charges. And that's going to be another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you for joining with us and for coming back soon.